So, could you sell everything you own to buy an RV and travel the country?
No, not a chance.
Me neither.
No.
I'd love to say I could.
I'm too young.
Those people that do that now. Oh, but you look on there's a ton of people that are content creators.
I knew a guy that did it.
That's what they do.
His wife was a traveling nurse.
Yeah.
And he was a, oh boy, I don't know how to put this. He was a military guy. And then like he did his time in the military and got out. And then
So he was a retired fella.
well, I don't know. It's not retired. You don't call it, like, I don't think you retire.
He didn't do his full 20.
No. Like he just did his
4 or
mandatory
6.
engagement. He may have re-enlisted once. I don't know. It doesn't matter. All I know is that he was in the military and he married a girl that was a traveling nurse, and they sold everything that they owned and bought like a gargantuous camper and a pickup. And then every time that she would go on assignment, because most of them are like 12-week contracts or whatever they are, they would just go there and live in that camper and she would make like ungodly amounts of money, and he would draw his whatever little severance he gets from being in the service, and then they were fine, you know.
Well, but if he's making money from his service, he had to have done.
I don't know what he's doing. Then I'm completely unprepared for these facts. See, there again, I'm not. I don't know what my sources are.
Well,
all I know is that they sold their house, bought a camper and a truck, and went and followed his wife, who was a traveling nurse. And I don't think I could do that. I'm a home-based guy. Like I like to go home.
I think these people. Here's a situation that know this individual, and they did this, and they had come back through town and met up with them, and it was almost like he was trying to convince himself and telling us how great it was. You know what I mean? Like he's almost trying to convince himself like this was the right move. But I was just like, there's no way. Like I have, if like to your point, if you were retired and you pack up and you head to Arizona for 3 months, and then you kind of work your way back or do different things like that.
I could scattered across the country, so you just
like if your kids were grown, you know what I mean? Like David and I have talked about it 1,000 times, just divorcing our wives and then getting married together, but like being straight as hell, and then like just having the best camper, the best everything we could imagine, but like still having good relationships with our wives.
So why did you have to get married, you two together?
Well,
tax
purposes, and then they could get their whole single mom stuff, and then like we'll split the child support and all that stuff. You know how that all works.
I'm not going to say it's the dumbest plan I've ever heard.
The government subsidies,
but it's probably top 10.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like you could probably get some pretty good business grants for,
single mothers,
homosexual obese fellas.
Yeah, homosexual obese fellas.
Oh my gosh.
I bet there's a grant just for that.
Yeah, like some sort of tax bracket that we'd fall into. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it'd be POS.
Oh.
How would that work?
I don't know.
GPOS.
GPOS or LGBTQTPOS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be that. But like we would be straight though, so we'd have to throw another S.
Well, now we can't do it. We just ruined the...
Yeah, you just ruined your whole thing.
Well, then we'll just like now I pronounce you Chuck and Larry. We'll just lie about it.
What a great movie.
Oh yeah, Kevin James, Adam
Sandler. Yeah,
that's a classic, man.
We missed that. We didn't mention that movie. This last episode, we talked about Kevin James, and friend of the show and guest host Dustin was talking about all his shitty movies.
Oh yeah,
But,
yeah.
Chuck and Larry was good.
Oh yeah.
I think here's the other question. Would you, if let's say in this hypothetical, kids are grown up, you're retired, would you do it with like a fifth wheel or pull behind trailer, or would you have a motorhome?
Oh yeah, Class C with a car dolly and a Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh yeah, without a doubt.
Really?
Oh yeah, duh.
Why Class C, not Class A?
Money.
Well, the Class C is like a diesel pusher. You know what I mean? So it's like it's smaller. Like it's not.
What's the cab over type?
That's a Class C.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, diesel.
The Class A are the big motor coach.
The big dogs. Yeah, like the Prevost. And
I'd have a Class A.
But the problem with those is that would limit your That would limit to where you could go.
Yeah, because not everybody can accommodate such a large rig.
Yeah.
The chateaus are nice. They're like a 28 or 30-foot cab over unit.
And it's just you and your wife, or you and your partner, or you
Had
and
like
your
3.
dog, or whoever you
Well,
have.
I assume Janelle and I are, hopefully,
Yeah, knock on wood.
God willing, and the creek don't rise.
Amen.
I was looking at, there was somebody at the resort. It was in the parking lot, but it was a truck with the camper in the bed.
Oh, there was a Bombers player that did that for
and
a while.
and I thought, you know what? You get you a nice big 4-door truck.
Ooh,
You got a nice big, because it's just you and her.
you definitely don't want to go around corners very fast with them units.
No, a little top heavy.
My
but I
dad
mean,
had
would
one
that
on
be
his Silverado way back in the day?
who did?
My dad.
Nice.
But I've seen some pictures. Like
Hell
trucks
yeah, you
aren't made
did.
the way they were,
Yeah.
and like those things get heavy enough now to have all the amenities. Like it was like a big dually, like crew cab dually, but it was like
Oh God.
it
I
snapped.
could see that happening.
Yeah, with these aluminum beds and all
Well,
that.
I thought
There's something to that effect. Like the jet truck was just so light, and it
Yeah.
was truck's rated to pull a lot, but it's bed
not to haul.
a lot.
bed capacity.
The I saw where I saw what I would want to do is if you had the toy hauler version
Oh yeah.
that you could pack your motorcycle and your golf cart in there
Yeah.
because you don't want to go to the campground without your golf cart.
No.
I mean, how you go around and meet people?
Exactly.
You're not going to walk.
Well, I mean, you can, but
Yeah, well, who would want to do that?
we could get e-bikes. That's a
Oh,
huge
yeah.
thing. We've seen a bunch of them down
You
at
know how
Lincoln,
expensive those are?
like $1,600 for a good.
Yeah. So you buy you and your missus.
Well, I don't
those,
know,
you can
dude. If
get
we're retired and we got a diesel pusher Class C motorhome, I mean, surely to
But for
God,
that money, you can get a golf cart between the
Podcast
two
money.
of you.
yeah, you're right.
Hashtag podcast money.
Yeah. No shit. Well,
Can't wait till we get picked up by somebody that wants this.
Wow, that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Or we'll just do this for a couple more
that's
years
fine.
and then be done.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh,
I'm
did I
not
say
doing
that out loud? Shit.
I don't know, man. I
bad.
think like that whole lifestyle, the travel,
The nomad lifestyle?
yeah, like a gypsy, stuff like that. Like that would be cool. But
Very nice.
I think yeah, it's nice. I think it would be wild to like really not have any home. Though. You know what I mean? Like I think I would want to have a home base.
Yeah.
Like as far as like it, the way the topic reads, sell everything,
Yeah.
buy an RV, and travel the country. But like I think I would still want to have a.
Yeah, I don't think it'd ever sell everything.
home
But then I
base.
couldn't buy anything that you could really travel in, so I'd just fly everywhere in a car.
But then you'd have to pay for accommodations, and it would be just the same.
What would be
as
the
going on
advantage?
vacation?
I don't know. I just feel like you wouldn't have time to travel the world in an RV if you still had a house. Then you got to pay somebody to take care of it. It's going to grow up. Shit's going to go to pot if you're gone for months at a time. Squatters.
Squatters, people frogging. You watch that movie? Frogging, pretty creepy.
What if,
I suppose you could Airbnb your place.
yeah. What would you do? Like, what region of the country would you go into for let's say, the winter time?
Southwest.
You would go southwest? What would you go?
Yeah,
I pegged you for a Florida guy.
yeah, probably. I'll peg you. Probably that. Yeah, probably Florida. But I wouldn't go way south. I'd probably go. I don't know. That shithole's pretty awesome year round, but I mean, it still gets a little warm or cool in that end.
Yeah,
I'd probably
during
have
the
to go-
wintertime, it's probably still gets into the 60s.
I'd probably have to go down. I'd have to go a little farther, but I don't know, dude. I'm a snow guy too. My wife, not a chance. Like she may get her own RV, and then we'll meet back up when it gets nice. But
She doesn't like the winter?
No, God, no. She hates cold weather, dude.
Really?
Oh yeah, she's a beach bum for sure. Like if we would move south before we went anywhere further north.
I
than
told
here.
Janelle, I said the perfect thing to do is if you bought a lot on one of those islands and you basically built you kind of like a kitchen.
Stilt house.
No,
Just like he's gonna say like a
like a camping spot. But you have like your outdoor kitchen, kind of like your
The
outdoor
hell?
shed.
God dang it, like not a gazebo, a shelter house almost with a kitchen in it.
Kind of, but you still stay on your camper and you got all that stuff. But you have your kitchen and your dining room where you can at least
That's
be.
like what old neighbor down the road here. It's what he had down there at old Rocky Point. Like it was like a building.
Yeah.
With a
And then
kitchen
you could still build your
type
thing,
thing.
like you could still build your stuff on stilts, have you a nice bathroom and shower and all that other stuff, but nice porch where you can look out. and then you're there, and then you go north for the
Now, see,
fall summer.
buddy of mine's dad and his buddies, they all have RVs. And they went in, not together, and bought any one property, but they each said, okay, hey, I'm going to go down to Tennessee, close to this place we like to go buy an acre or two, put in a couple pads, septic, and then like a little bathroom house. And another one bought a place in Florida, did the same thing. Not really a campground, but a place to get 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah.
Then one out in Colorado, and then I think somebody bought one somewhere like I don't know, Texas, Oklahoma, something. But then they could all, hey, we're going to go down to this property this time, and they'd just travel around and
Yeah.
hit them up, so they didn't have to mess with campgrounds.
That'd be neat.
Now, if you had, let's say the podcast money comes in for us, that or other business adventures.
When it comes.
When it comes, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you be a second home guy? Would you have one?
I'd buy a condo in Florida, or like a house like what we're staying at in SGI, if I knew it was nice enough that people would rent it year round.
What about you?
Without a doubt.
Would it
It would be an income property, though. Like second home.
until it's paid off?
Yeah, which probably wouldn't take long. The way we pay for things in that shithole.
Well, yeah. Janelle thinks I'm crazy, but I'd go north.
Really?
I want a house on the
Michigan.
west coast of Michigan,
Yeah.
on Lake Michigan.
I'd want a place in Colorado.
Sure you
I
would,
really
Dave.
like the mountains.
I love the mountains.
Oh, color.
Yeah, Cheech and Chong.
right.
Yeah.
I'm a little glonky.
Yeah. A little of that blueberry yum yum.
What? Ludacris called. He wants his song back.
He can have it. No, I just wondered about it because when you stroll through like I do, and probably what you guys do, looking at other people's stuff, and every once in a while I'll get onto the Nomad Camper TikTok. It's like 6 kids, 3 dogs. See how we live.
And it's
what a
like a
slang.
gutted out school bus.
Yeah, and then on one of them, the couple, they had a whole freaking gym that they packed up and put into everything.
I seen a guy have a toy hauler one time. It might have been at Lincoln. That like they bought it like specifically to not even have a toy in it, but to use that toy hauler because it had like a porch.
Yeah, the porch is
Like
great.
it had like a porch thing, like where the toy hauler would fold out,
Yeah,
and then they had like screens with the magnets.
yeah.
You know the.
The year I went to the Boogie, they had those, and they elevate them up, and that's what they put the stripper poles
Well,
on.
see, I was me and well, I'll let him remain nameless, but me and another friend of mine, big fan of the show,
Yeah.
bald-headed feller. We went up to the Boogie, and he and I were bellied up to the old Tommy lift that had on a on a box truck that had the damn old stripper pole on there, and that was awesome.
By the way, can I point out an observation of
Go
you
ahead.
without you getting mad?
Go ahead.
This guy. Hey, don't mean to get personal, but
Oh boy.
hey, don't want to describe. I don't want to tell you who it is, but here's every
Here's what he
characteristic to describe it.
How many bald people do you know?
I know of one
That's-
that you know, 2.
That's a big fan of the show. Former motorcycle rider.
Well, now you're doing it. See, you're going way farther than I did.
I bet if we polled the consensus, I bet when that individual listens to this episode, he's,
He's
going to
gonna
think,
text you,
that
"You
son of a bitch.
Well, the funny thing is it was all in good fun. So
Oh, okay.
Supporting
Hey,
single mothers.
Here we
hey,
go.
Don't
Moving
mean to
on.
get personal. Any or howdy.
moving on. Here, I think this is what we need to do. Where's Casey's mic at? We'll go ahead and just turn that off.